Yo, yo, yo! Hey, yo! What's good to all my heroes and villains out there? You know who it is. It's your boy LC. And guys, welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. And yo, hope everybody's having an awesome night. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do me a favor. You guys come in, smash that like button. I have an awesome treat for you guys tonight. If it's the first time checking out your boy, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. It'll let you know when I got all types of videos, live streams, all types of stuff, gaming streams coming your way. Alright guys, so I actually wanted to do something a little bit different, and you guys let me know if you guys like these type of videos or live streams, depending on how I do them. You know, I could do some more. You know, I've done a little bit of these in the past, you know, some of these reactions, but you know, let me know if you want me to do some more of these. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a reaction to new ROCKSTAR. I've been checking these guys, Eric Ross, for years now. You know what I mean? So I've been checking out the videos over there at new ROCKSTAR. So he just happened to drop a video a few days ago talking about the history of the Marvel Universe. You know, everything leading up to Deadpool. We got Deadpool coming out now. I actually bought my Deadpool tickets already, so I'm ready. I got 3 tickets ready for Thursday. I like to see my movies on the Thursday. You know what I mean? That way I don't get no spoilers. But so what we're gonna go ahead and see is the history of basically from the very beginning, everything leading up to Deadpool. It's pretty cool because I just recently did like a whole marathon with wifey. I watched all of the old X-Men movies. Cause I'm like that, you know what I mean? Like when the Avengers movie comes out, X-Men, I'm like that. I watch all the Avengers movies from Iron Man 1 all the way, everything, including the shows. That's just me, you know what I mean? So doing this, I did the same thing, but with the X-Men. I saw all the X-Men movies. I saw the Wolverine movies. So I started seeing all the old stuff. So this is a pretty good recap for me as well. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're only 2 weeks away, guys. 2 weeks away from Deadpool and Wolverine. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and check this out. Eric Ross is going to go ahead and explain the history here on new ROCKSTAR. Go ahead and check them out as well. Let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see here. There we go.
Welcome back to New ROCKSTAR's. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a complete history of over 80 Marvel titles and everything you need to know before Deadpool and Wolverine. I have made it my mission to become an expert in...
And you know, there might be times I may have to stop it, you know what I mean, just to get my commentary, my thoughts. And yo, y'all feel free to chime in, you know what I mean. Hopefully you guys done already seen all of these. Hey, y'all ain't gonna go all hard body like me and watch everything all over again. So this is a perfect recap for you guys. So hey, get your popcorn ready. Let's do it.
All things Deadpool, all things Wolverine, all things Ryan Reynolds' contact list. Because Deadpool and Wolverine...
Yo, Crack Pop, what it do, baby?
Trilogy. It's not just a cameo fest like
what up?
Game and Spider-Man No Way Home were. It's a meta celebration of Marvel's full cinematic history, the good and the bad, over 3 decades. And let's be honest, no one has time to watch over 80 films and TV series to get all the references in Deadpool and Wolverine.
I do.
In the next...
Unfortunately, I do.
I'm going to break down the full timeline and history of Wolverine, Deadpool, the X-Men, the MCU, and all the other forgotten gems from Marvel's past that could come back in this movie. And that includes, at the end of this video, a cheat sheet of...
Hey, guys, let me know, is the audio good?
For Deadpool and Wolverine, what 5 or so others you need to be aware of, and...
Let me know if the audio is good with the, you know, with the stream, you know, with me talking, everything, the audio good, that you can hear everything okay, you know what I mean? Holla at your boy.
Just other important information you need to walk into this movie with.
Come play at your local Pokemon League.
Hey, you wanna play?
Alright. There we go. We got it. Hold up.
begin, please check out one of our awesome Deadpool and Wolverine inspired merch options over at nerdride.shop, like this Choose Your Fighter shirt. Okay, our story begins with Wolverine in the first X-Men film released in 2000.
Audio's good?
This is Universe 10005, because all of these franchises have numerical designations to them, and it's just going to be important to keep these sorted. Okay, so in this movie, Wolverine, aka Logan, played by Hugh Jackman, meets the energy-absorbing mutant runaway Rogue, played by Anna Paquin, while drifting as a cage fighter with adamantium claws. Storm, Halle Berry, and Cyclops, James Marsden, bring them to the mutant school of Professor Charles Xavier.
Yo, when this movie first came out, when this, oh my god, it like, everybody was like amazed. I was like, holy shit. And then Wolverine, the whole movie revolved around Wolverine, but ain't nobody give a damn. You know what I mean? But everybody said the same thing at the end. Everybody said the same thing. Damn, man, it would have been cool if they would have been in their outfits. You know what I'm saying? But we get that now.
Patrick Stewart, who is a powerful telepath, and they meet Jean Grey, Famke Janssen, and Bobby Drake Iceman, Shawn Ashmore. Logan, we learn, is a regenerative healing mutant with a long, mysterious backstory. Magneto, Ian McKellen, a Holocaust survivor and a metal-controlling mutant, lead Sabretooth, Tyler Mane, the shape-shifting Mystique, Rebecca Romaine, and Toad, Ray Park, in a plot to kidnap anti-mutant.
All those people are back. And Deadpool and Wolverine. We actually seen them in the trailer.
Senator Robert Kelly, Bruce Davison, and use Rogue to try to transform the world leaders into mutants on Liberty Island. In this final battle on the Statue of Liberty, Storm zaps Toad with lightning and a zinger.
You know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing happens
to everything else.
And Sabretooth is hit by an optic blast from Cyclops, but Mystique survives, and Magneto is locked in a non-metal prison. Our full breakdown of this movie is here. In X2, X-Men United, released in 2003, 6 months later, Wolverine finds the base where he was experimented upon, but it is empty. The teleporter Nightcrawler, Alan Cumming, attacks the President of the United States, but we later learn he was sent by
Nightcrawler,
who sends a unit to attack Xavier's school, and Logan learns that Stryker was the one who experimented on him in that Weapons Plus program. The X-Men have to team up with Magneto and Mystique to rescue Charles and Cyclops and other...
Like, if I had to give you my top three X-Men, it's Gambit is number one. Then you got Wolverine, and then you got Nightcrawler. My top three. And then I can give you a good top five, but that's my top three.
Other mutant students were kidnapped from Stryker's compound, where he has built a new Cerebro to try to kill all mutants. But Magneto turns the tables to use Cerebro to try to kill all humans on Earth. But then the X-Men are able to save the day, but they lose Jean Grey from floodwater from the burst dam. This film co-stars Aaron Stanford as Pyro, Daniel Cudmore as Colossus, and Kelly Hu as Lady Deathstrike, another one of Stryker's experiments with adamantium claws. Our full breakdown of this movie is here. Okay, on to X-Men The Last Stand, released in 2006. Jean Grey resurrects as the cosmically powerful Phoenix, as Magneto's mutant brotherhood declares war on humanity.
Yeah, Gambit's that guy, yo.
Cure treatment applied to doubters.
I hate what they did to him on X-Men 97.
Played by Ben Foster. Phoenix becomes far too powerful, killing Cyclops and Charles Xavier and joining the forces of Magneto.
Yo, see, that's the thing though with this movie, man. They kind of messed up. Like the worst X-Men movies is the X-Men 3, and then when they did the new version, again, that they tried the Dark Phoenix and like the X-Men 3, whatever, with the younger version, they also fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? They really fucked it up. But, you know, it is what it is. That was back then.
Which now includes Juggernaut, Vinnie Jones, whom director Brett Ratner forced to quote an early internet meme.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Also forming the Mutant Brotherhood are the Omegas, led by Quill, Ken Leung, and Callisto, Dania Ramirez.
She's also on Deadpool and Wolverine. She's in the trailer.
On a lunch break. The treatment itself probably took 15 minutes.
She's in the trailer.
Magneto dislodges the Golden Gate Bridge, and a battle erupts on Alcatraz. Joining the X-Men of this movie are Shadowcat, Elliot Page, and Beast, Kelsey Grammer. Wolverine has to kill his love, Jean Grey. Magneto ends up depowered, and Charles's mind awakens in a patient overseen by Moira McTaggart. Our full breakdown of this movie is here.
That part was the most confusing part ever. We were like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, yo, but he died. And then how the hell is he? But in the very beginning of the movie, they start talking about transferring your consciousness and all that shit. So you paid attention to the beginning of the movie. then you'll get that. But I was like, yo, what the hell? You know, I didn't get it at first thing. You know what I mean?
So we have to step out here back into our universe, which is technically designated as Universe 1218. So in our reality, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, and the success of these X-Men films was its own uncanny story, which, due to Deadpool's meta relationship with our reality, means that there's likely to be a whole lot of references and callbacks to this part of the narrative, so it's worth talking about. So the first X-Men film was where Kevin Feige, future president of Marvel Studios, got his start. Feige was a USC film student
so young Kevin Feige
reading comic books, but really just idolized Richard Donner, director of the 1978 Superman film, and he took a job at Donner's production company where he met Donner's even more prolific producer wife, Lauren Schuler Donner, and became Lauren's assistant. Schuler Donner became executive producer for Fox's X-Men film, and Feige made an impression on Hugh Jackman. So Hugh Jackman was a little-known Australian stage actor recommended for this role by his friend Russell Crowe. Jackman didn't nail the audition, but a young Kevin Feige saw something in Hugh Jackman and took him out to a steak dinner and gave him a ride to the airport, giving the actor some encouraging advice. Doug Ray Scott was cast as Wolverine, but as chance would have it, a motorcycle accident, along with Tom Cruise refusing to let Doug Ray Scott move his shoot times for Mission Impossible 2, led to an opening, and Hugh Jackman got the call. Now, the first two X-Men films were directed by Bryan Singer, who banned comic books from the set, a culture that led to lines like this.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
But Kevin Feige...
Yo, in the cartoon X-Men 97, there was a scene like that, and they reversed it. And he says something about whatever, Wolverine says something, and then Cyclops said to him, what do you prefer, black leather or some shit like that? You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's a nice little callback.
He secretly tasked himself to read as many Marvel comic books as he could get his hands on. He set up a quiet refuge in his office where Hugh Jackman would sneak over and learn all about Wolverine's comic book history from the pages of Stan Lee, and Chris Claremont, and John Byrne. So Feige's input would lead to him being credited as an associate producer on the first X-Men film, and from there was offered a job by Marvel Entertainment to work with Avi Arad to executive produce all Marvel movies licensed out to other studios throughout that decade. So these would include Sony's Spider-Man franchise, including Spider-Man in 2002, which had already been shot before Kevin Feige entered the picture, but Spider-Man 2 in 2004 and Spider-Man 3 in 2007. These, of course, starred Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, and these were designated as Universe 96283. Also, Universal's 2003 Hulk film starring Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. This was Universe 40083. Fox's Daredevil from 2003 and Elektra from 2005, starring Ben Affleck as Matt Murdock and Jennifer Garner as Elektra Nachios. This was Universe 701306. Lionsgate's Punisher in 2004 with Frank Castle played by Thomas Jane.
Hope you guys are learning something.
And Punisher Warzone 2007 with Ray Stevenson as Frank Castle. These were their own universes. And Fox's Fantastic Four in 2005 and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer in 2007, starring Ewan Griffith as Reed Richards, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, and Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm. These were Universe 121698, and our breakdowns of both these movies are here and here. Also, Sony's Ghost Rider 2007 and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, starring Nicolas Cage as Johnny Blaze and Peter Fonda as Mephisto. These were Universe 121347, but really what started Hollywood's willingness to take a risk on Marvel IP was New Line's Blade back in 1998.
What up, Claire?
Hyper-violent film starring Wesley Snipes.
Let's fucking go.
Hunter. This was Universe 26420. That first film led to Blade 2 in 2002 and Blade Trinity in 2004, which co-starred as Hannibal King in his first ever Marvel role, Ryan Reynolds. So a lot of these films I just mentioned were rough. Kevin Feige planned to reset this universe in a conjoined Marvel Cinematic Universe, which would lead to many of these experiments being erased, but not gone forever.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman finally met on X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was released in 2009. This story shows Logan being born as James Howlett in 1845 in the Northwest Territories. Both he and Victor Creed have regenerative healing powers and animalistic claws, in this case made out of bone. James Howlett kills the man who kills his father, a man later revealed to be their biological father, Thomas Logan, and James takes on his name going by Logan now. And these two mutants, including Liev Schreiber, now in the role of Sabretooth, fight fight in American wars until they're recruited by William Stryker, now played by Danny Houston, in 1973 to join a group of assassins called Team X, including marksman Agent Zero, Daniel Henney, the thick-skinned Fred Dukes, aka Blob, played by Kevin Durand, teleporter John Wraith, Will I Am of the Black Eyed Peas, the electromagnetic Chris Bradley, aka Bolt, played by Dominic Monaghan, and swordsman Wade Wilson, played by Brian Reynolds. So Logan leaves this group, and 6 years after that, Sabretooth is now hunting members of Team X, so Logan is living with Kayla Silverfox, played by Lynn Collins, and after thinking that Sabretooth killed Kayla, Logan allows Stryker to operate on his skeleton to give him adamantium claws, and they call him Weapon X, or Weapon 10. Logan meets Remy LeBeau, Gambit, Taylor Kitsch, and finds
the hot toy,
3 Mile Island,
Nebuchadnezzar,
Stryker's Weapon 11, aka the Deadpool.
I just seen the picture of it.
Powers, including regeneration, retracting a katana's optic blasts, yet no mouth. Wolverine and Sabretooth fight Weapon 11 together, decapitating him, and Stryker wipes Wolverine's memory with an adamantium bullet. Our full breakdown of this movie is here. We will come back to the importance of this movie in a bit. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. We are halfway through 2024, which is as good a reason as any to take a second to check in with yourself and take stock of your mental health. If that's something
The Matrix Nebuchadnezzar limited edition modeled by Master Replicas.
For a lot of people. First, use our link to go to their site, betterhelp.com/newrockstars. The site will ask you to answer a few questions so BetterHelp can match you up with one of their over 30,000 therapists who they think can help you out the most. The therapist they pick for you will have tons of experience dealing with whatever you're going through. Every single one of their therapists is licensed, has a master's or doctorate degree, and has spent over 3 years and 1,000 hours working with people just like you. You'll be matched to a therapist usually within 48 hours.
Oh, okay, the one in Big Bad Toy Store.
We've been BetterHelp for a while, and we've heard some amazing feedback from you guys. We got permission to share this review from one of our viewers who said, I have had a few therapists over the last couple of years. My therapist was the most open and accommodating therapist I've ever had. He listened when I needed to talk and told me some hard truths when I needed to listen. I couldn't recommend him more. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home.
That's what's up, brother. Congrats.
BetterHelp.com/newrockstars or choose New Rockstars.
Send some pictures
and enjoy a special discount
to the email if you want. He was a Villains Collectibles, and then I'll show them to,
by Kevin Feige's
you know what I mean?
Marvel Cinematic
I'll show them next, whenever I do a video.
That paid off a $500 million loan from Merrill Lynch. This universe would initially be numbered 199999, 5 nines, but Marvel Studios in years since has redubbed it Universe 616. We won't get into the controversy there, but Phase 1 of the MCU included Iron Man in 2008 that introduced Tony Stark as Robert Downey Jr., where he goes from a Playboy arms dealer tinkering with fire-patterned hot rods.
Yo, y'all can't be sleeping on Iron Man. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, you know, if you guys are Marvel fans, you gotta go back, you know what I mean, and jump on some Iron Man. Even myself, you know what I mean? Even me saying that, I gotta jump back on some Iron Man. Like I said, I was actually watching the other day, I was watching the Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame, just like about a few days ago. But I gotta go back to some Iron Man, you know what I'm saying? That's where it all started, yo. That's why I fell in love with the Mark III. You know what I mean? Give me that hot rod red. You know what I'm saying?
To a hero in a suit of armor powered by a chest arc reactor. The Incredible Hulk 2008, starring Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, in hiding, working at a Pingo Doce juice bottling plant in Brazil, and dragged into a Harlem brawl with Abomination. Iron Man 2 in 2010 introduced Black Widow Scarlett Johansson as Tony teams up with Rhodey, recast from Terrence Howard to Don Cheadle, in a conflict with Whiplash, Mickey Rourke. Captain America the First Avenger 2011 brings in Chris Evans from the Fantastic Four films to now play Steve Rogers in a World War II film where he fights Hydra head Red Skull, Hugo Weaving, who drives a B-16 coupe. Thor in 2011 stars Chris Hemsworth as the God of Thunder and Tom Hiddleston as his adopted brother Loki, who will later become the most important character in the MCU, you could say. Avengers 2012 brought all these heroes together via S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, along with Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, and Bruce Banner is now recast as Mark Ruffalo. They're all aboard a floating helicarrier and they battle the forces of Loki and Chitauri Leviathans in the Battle of New York. Meanwhile, the Fox X-Men film franchise in Universe 10005 continued with X-Men First Class in 2011. This movie rebooted the timeline with a younger cast of characters.
This is not a statue.
With the backdrop of the Cuban Missile Crisis, James McAvoy plays Professor Xavier, Michael Fassbender played Magneto, Jennifer Lawrence played Mystique, Nicholas Hoult as Beast, and then a few other mutant characters.
Yeah, I'm Deadpool's roommate. Lying down. I can't see.
The villain is Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Shaw, whose Hellfire Club included January Jones as Emma Frost, and Jason Fleming as Teleporter Azazel, who in earlier X-Men canon is the father to Nightcrawler. Wolverine
no statue.
this movie for one line during Professor X's recruitment montage.
Excuse me, I'm Eric Lensher.
Charles Xavier.
Go f yourself.
Our full breakdown of this movie is here. Wolverine's solo journey continued in The Wolverine in 2013, which opened with Logan in 1945 as a POW near Nagasaki on the day the A-bomb was dropped. In the present day, Logan reunites with Shinjin Yashida, which is really a trap to deplete Logan of his regenerative DNA to fuel Shinjin's silver samurai suit. Our full breakdown of this movie is here. And this led to X-Men Days of Future Past, released in 2014. In the post-apocalyptic future of 2023, mutants are hunted by shape-shifting, power-absorbing sentinel robots. The X-Men
It would be cool if the hands would light up. The hands don't light up.
Back in time in his own body to the year 1973 so that he could stop Mystique from assassinating Sentinel inventor Bolivar Trask, the single assassination event that led to their dark future. Wolverine teams up with the first-class cast of mutants and meets Evan Peters Quicksilver, who breaks Magneto out of the Pentagon in the most memorable scene of the film. They're able to change the timeline so that history in 2023 or 2024 is now a happy ending, similar to the first and second X-Men films, where Cyclops and Jean Grey are alive once more, and only Wolverine and Charles really know what happened in these forgotten timelines. So yes, now it would be a little confusing, but the events of Days of Future Past really revised the X-Men timeline so that the events of X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine did not happen, or rather just got erased to the void, and now 20th century history in this revised timeline could progress with the first cast lineup of X-Men, but all of this was still technically within the universe of 10005. Meanwhile, over in Universe 19999616, the MCU Phase 2 moved forward with Iron Man 3 in 2013, Thor the Dark World in 2013, Captain America the Winter Soldier in 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, Avengers Age of Ultron 2015, Ant-Man in 2015, and Captain America Civil War in 2016. And that last title introduced Black Panther and Spider-Man to the MCU, which were very big deals because it made the MCU undeniably in the center of our Marvel cinematic lives, and it showed what it looks like when Ant-Man becomes Giant Man, which will become important in Deadpool and Wolverine. Also during this time, Marvel TV was launching titles like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter and Inhumans on ABC, and on Netflix, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, and Punisher, titles that now are pretty much MCU canon, with Daredevil Born Again seeming like a season 4 of Daredevil. So this was the crowded, oversaturated field entered by Deadpool. Deadpool's story really begins in our reality, again, Universe 1218. Back in 2004, Cable and Deadpool number 2 featured a single frame in which Deadpool refers to his appearance as, quote, Ryan Reynolds, misspelled, crossed with a Sharpay. And that brought this character to Ryan Reynolds' attention. He was coming off of Blade Trinity, and he said that he would love to play Deadpool if the opportunity ever arose. But while shooting X-Men Origins in 2008, Reynolds had little say over the script of the movies that he was shooting, and while the version of Wade Wilson in that movie was really just meant to be a scarred pre-Deadpool whose mouth would be torn open by the post-credit scene, Reynolds listened to the fans, and he always wanted redemption. So in 2010, Ryan Reynolds partnered with Zombieland screenwriters Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick on an irreverent, comic-accurate script full of violent humor, and that script leaked. And it was so well liked by fans that Fox committed to a 6-figure budget for test footage to be shot by Tim Miller in 2012. And that test footage also leaked in July 2014, and the response was so enthusiastic that Fox just was forced into greenlight a Deadpool reboot, a decision made in September 2014 for a 2016 release. Now, this was never confirmed, but Ryan Reynolds has teased that both of these leaks came from him directly.
I know that one of us did it. Like, there's four of us. There's me, Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, and Tim Miller, the director. One of us did it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know who did it. Yeah.
We all sort of said at the beginning, someone should leak it. Someone should leak it. So the idea was planned, but I'm 70% sure it wasn't me.
And we are talking about this because Ryan Reynolds' history with his fans is core to the mythology of these Deadpool movies. It all began with Ryan Reynolds getting Marvel buff for Blade Trinity, having a bad experience with Wesley Snipes, and just feeling tickled at being referenced by a 2004 Deadpool comic. And then he willed himself to play Deadpool before Hollywood really knew what to do with the character, and then he felt like an outcast to the MCU and to the Fox X-Men franchise, and then he willed into existence a new version of Deadpool in his own universe that he would have complete control over. And that universe was numbered Universe 41633. Deadpool, released in 2016, starred Ryan Reynolds as a wisecracking mercenary who falls in love with Vanessa, played by Miranda Baccarin. He gets cancer, and he seeks a treatment that mutates his body to disfigure him and give him healing powers. It's actually implied that the serum he received might have come from Wolverine's DNA. Deadpool breaks the fourth wall and references separate film universes, the MCU and the Fox X-Men franchise, but that breaking the fourth wall does not begin until he becomes Deadpool, and it's never really explained in-universe what's going on there other than just his general insanity. He meets a new version of Colossus, voiced by Stefan Kapicic, as well as Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Brianna Hildebrand. We also meet his friend Weasel, TJ Miller, his roommate Blind Al, Leslie Uggams, and taxi driver friend Dopinder, played by Karen Sony. Deadpool seeks vengeance against Francis, aka Ajax, played by Ed Skrein, as well as Angel Dust, played by Gina Carano. A big battle takes place on a scrapped helicarrier, and the film ends with Deadpool's obsession with Hugh Jackman, wearing Jackman's face from People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive cover photo. This story continues in Deadpool 2 in 2018. Vanessa dies, and Deadpool joins the X-Men and fights the time-traveling assassin Cable, Josh Brolin, to stop Cable from killing Russell, Julian Dennison. We meet Yukio, Shiori Kutsuna, the luck-powered mutant Domino, Zazie Beetz, and a different version of Juggernaut voiced by Ryan Reynolds. There's a quick cameo of the X-Men cast from when they were shooting Dark Phoenix, but really the best scene is a skydive in the deaths of Deadpool's new team, the X-Force, including Bedlam, Terry Crews, Shatterstar, Louis Tan, Zeitgeist, Bill Skarsgård, Peter, Rob Delaney, and Vanisher, Brad Pitt. Deadpool uses Cable's time travel device to alter history, not just to save his own life, but to stop Vanessa's death, to save the X-Force, so all those guys are alive again, and to kill his alternate timeline Weapon 11 self from X-Men Origins Wolverine, a scene that was shot with archive footage of Hugh Jackman, but technically the characters did appear in a scene together.
Wrong turn, no sweat. With best-in-class fuel economy, virtually no road is out of bounds.
Drive the new 2024 Nissan Rogue.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live.
So, jumping back to Universe 10005, the X-Men franchise followed Days of Future Past in a separate timeline with X-Men Apocalypse, released in 2016, a story set in 1983, as the first-class lineup faces Insaba Nur, aka Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac, who recruits his four horsemen to try to remake the world. Sophie Turner now plays Jean Grey, Ty Sheridan plays Cyclops, Alexandra Shipp plays Storm, and Cody Smith-McPhee plays Nightcrawler. We briefly crossed paths with a feral Wolverine in the Alkali Lake Lab.
That was dope. That was cool to see. It was cool to see that Wolverine
timeline. But what we thought would be Wolverine's final bow was in Logan, released in 2017, which was set 5 years after that happy ending of Days of Future Past, but was really a continuation of the dark themes that James Mangold established in 2013's The Wolverine. In a near future, when most of the X-Men are now dead and mutants have died off, Wolverine lives in exile, looking after a version of Charles who suffers from dementia and psionic seizures. Logan has to transport young Laura, aka X-23, Daphne Keene, a clone bred from his DNA, to the Canadian border, along with other mutant runaways, as they try to outrun Pierce, Boyd Holbrook, and Dr. Xander Rice, Richard E. Grant, leaving a bloody wake. An adult clone, X-24, murders Charles, fatally wounds Logan in the final battle by the border, and Wolverine dies. It's a very emotional scene as the kids bury him and escape north. Meanwhile, in Universe 19999-616, the MCU was reaching its time in the sun. A string of hits centered around the Infinity Stones, establishing key players for a finale of the Infinity Saga. Hit after hit: Doctor Strange 2016, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in 2017, Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017, Thor Ragnarok in 2017,
that's when it was real good.
In 2018, Avengers Infinity War in 2018.
That's when the MCU was on fire. You know what I'm saying? And every movie was bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? Before they started fucking up.
Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018, Captain Marvel in 2019, Avengers Endgame in 2019, and Spider-Man Far From Home in 2019. So stepping back in our reality, Universe 1218, 6 of those 10 Phase 3 films I just mentioned made over $1 billion. Let that sink in. That flushed Marvel's parent company, Disney, with money that they used to acquire 20th Century Fox's film and TV properties. That acquisition began in 2018, but it would be completed over the next few years. The knowledge that Marvel Studios would eventually be rebooting the X-Men franchise had a dampening effect on the final 2 films that were in Fox's pipeline, Dark Phoenix in 2019 and The New Mutants in 2020. Neither of which advanced Deadpool or Wolverine stories, but we did break both down if you're interested here and here. But cited in reports of Fox being open to this acquisition was the failure of their 2015 Fantastic Four film, Joshua Trank's attempt to resurrect Marvel's first family with Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, and Jamie Bell. I mention them here because it's arguably Fox's.
They started messing up basically Phase 4. Black Panther 2, She-Hulk, you know what I mean? What is it? I mean, I thought Miss Marvel was okay, but a lot of people didn't see Miss Marvel. What is it? Thor: Love and Thunder. I thought it was all right. You know, you had Ant-Man, Quantumania, that flopped. You know what I mean? So you had a couple of movies and shows that didn't do so good, and everybody expected nonstop. You know what I mean? Marvel was everything they brought out. It was nonstop. You knew it was gonna be good. You know. So even the new Captain America that's coming out, they did now. Fingers crossed, everything is good. But in the beginning, they did test footage of that movie, and it was really bad. They had to remake that Captain America 4. Remake the whole movie all over again because the first test footages were horrible. You know what I mean? And then they started adding more people in. They took out the Snake. What was it? The Snake Society. They were in there. They took them out. They added some more shit. Red Hulk. They added a lot. They added some more shit in there. But yeah.
Biggest flop, and it is the kind of thing Deadpool and Wolverine might bring up.
This is $1 billion right here.
But this studio,
this is $1 billion. Wolverine and Deadpool non-stop. This is gonna make over $1 billion.
In this film that's filled with erased multiversal curiosities is the 20th
all of the Deadpool movies have not disappointed.
So this movie is not going to shy away from the studio business dealings that resulted in audiences moving on from certain eras of the characters. It's going to be a meta commentary on how these studios have converged and referenced each other, and that includes the fan casting that resulted from this transition. With Hugh Jackman seemingly retired from the character, Marvel fans began to clamor for a new Wolverine played by people like Taron Egerton, Daniel Radcliffe, even Henry Cavill. Now, the past two Deadpool films were, to an extent, satires and commentaries of the most popular superhero movies up until those points, so the third one of these films will almost certainly touch on the mixed bag of Marvel Phases 4 and 5. The films,
the show Secret Invasion,
Eternal,
that was garbage.
No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and The Marvels, as well as the Disney Plus streaming series, WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki Seasons 1 and 2, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk. And She-Hulk was the last MCU title to come out while the Deadpool and Wolverine was being written. And what's interesting is the executive producer of She-Hulk jumped right from that property to this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
But of all those titles that I just blurted out, which do we really need to know about? Well, the Loki series arguably is the most important.
Okay, focus. You don't want to watch all of them. These are the ones you got to watch for sure.
The TVA is a vast bureaucracy of timeline enforcement analysts and judges and hunters with their animated mascot of Miss Minutes. Loki got mixed up with the TVA after the events of Avengers Endgame when he broke free from the timeline in 2012, which would mean that this version of the character is a variant who did not go through the redemptive beats for the character in Thor: The Dark World and Thor: Ragnarok and Avengers Infinity War. So in season 1 of Loki, we learn that the TVA is actually controlled by He Who Remains, a variant of Kang the Conqueror. He uses the TVA to prune branch timelines of the multiverse down to one sacred timeline to prevent rival Kang variants from constantly warring with each other and threatening his own power. And we learn that pruned people, places, and things go down to a realm called the Void, where they are devoured by Alioth, a purple smoke monster made from antimatter, the boundary line between universes. Alioth will appear in Deadpool and Wolverine, but we don't know if that setting is the Void of the TVA yet. Season 2 of Loki explores He Who Remains' origin as Victor Timely from 19th century Chicago, and we go through a TVA failsafe protocol that Loki Groundhog Days through countless times to try to bypass this disaster until he realizes that He Who Remains designed the TVA to fail and reboot like this. So instead, Loki changes the equation and takes He Who Remains' place to physically hold the strands of the sacred timeline multiverse together. This revolutionizes the TVA into a timeline nurturing force, not a restrictive enforcement agency. So it raises questions for Deadpool and Wolverine as to what the TVA agent Paradox's role is. Spider-Man No Way Home is obviously important to think about. It provided a logical framework for how Marvel heroes and villains from past franchises could
that was an amazing movie.
In that movie, it was a spell by Doctor Strange called the Room of Call that threatens the borders between realities. Multiverse of Madness further clarified this logic as Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch crossed into different universes by dreamwalking using the Darkhold, including Universe 838, where a lineup of Marvel leaders from an alternate universe forms a group called the Illuminati, including Patrick Stewart, Professor X, John Krasinski as Reed Richards, Anson Mount as Black Bolt from the Inhuman show on ABC, Haley Atwell coming back as Captain Carter, Lashana Lynch as Maria Rambeau, Captain Marvel, and Chiwetel Ejiofor as Sorcerer Supreme Carl Mordo.
You know, I watched all of those. You know, I watched all those shows. I used to watch Inhumans. I watched, Black Bolt and all, which was good because when he finally came on here, at least I knew who the hell he was. But all those shows, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all those shows, I watched all that when they first, when they first dropped.
Was going to play a 7th member of this group, Thor's half-brother, Balder the Brave. But this movie establishes
hey, before I forget, because I know I'm going to forget, and it's going to suck because I'm going to remember after I do the live stream, there is word in the Marvel Universe, alright? The word on the block in the Marvel Universe is that we may be getting an Avengers versus X-Men movie, alright? So, yes. So, like, there's an Avengers 5 movie coming out, and we may be getting that soon. It could be the next Avengers 5 movie coming. The next Avengers 5 movie that's dropping, they haven't announced a title to it. So, obviously, it would be awesome to have an Avengers versus X-Men. You know what I mean? Seeing how we already have Monica is already in the X-Men universe. So, and then, you know what I mean, you got like the Avengers, something happens, and then the Avengers is trying to technically try to save her. They think she's in trouble, but she's not. And then they're basically fighting, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But, supposedly, yes, Avengers versus X-Men, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. That's the movie I want. I actually have the comic books of the Avengers versus X-Men. So that's pretty dope.
An important definition.
Be on the lookout, though.
Even your arrival here confuses and destabilizes reality.
Also, Comic-Con. Comic-Con is happening. San Diego Comic-Con is happening 2 days after Deadpool comes out, and Marvel's gonna be there announcing a bunch of shit. So let me know in the chat, in the comments, or watching later, if you guys want the day they do the live stream, San Diego Comic-Con, that they start announcing the movies. If you guys want, that's gonna be at 9:00 p.m. So if you guys want, I can live stream that, do a live stream, and then they're basically gonna drop everything like on Twitter or the announcements and shit, because they don't, you know what I mean? Normally when they're playing it, you just see everything will be at 9:00. Basically, hit Twitter, and then I can be able to show everything, all the movies, everything that's dropping, all the announcements, whatever clips they got. But let me know if you guys want to see that, and that's in about 2 weeks as well. That's literally 2 days. That's on a Saturday. That's like 2 days after Deadpool. Deadpool comes out Thursday, and you got Friday, and then Saturday is the San Diego Comic-Con. And then 2 days after Comic-Con, they start filming the new Fantastic Four.
The larger the footprint you leave behind, the greater the risk of an incursion.
So hopefully they talk a little bit of Fantastic Four. But yeah, after Comic-Con, they gotta go film it.
An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes, and they collide.
What up, Bask? What it do? Good to have you back.
So incursions are when separate universes collide with each other, by Doctor Strange spells gone awry, by Darkhold users dreamwalking, by the TVA failing at its job, by a natural state of multiversal entropy as described by Kang and Quantumania, or even by ancient relics punching holes in space-time, as we saw in the Marvels, which led to another cameo of a past X-Man. Incursions cause the terrain and the infrastructure of the losing one of those universes to disintegrate, and for random people, places, and things to just scatter and float around. So we're going to see increasing incursions on the road to Avengers Secret Wars, so the term incursion could come up in Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool and Wolverine came to be after Ryan Reynolds pitched Kevin Feige on dozens of ideas during the Disney-Fox acquisition. Feige's hands were actually tied for a time due to lingering legal restrictions from the Fox X-Men films. They didn't think Hugh Jackman would be back on board until Hugh Jackman took a drive with his kids to the beach in August 2022 and called Reynolds and said he was in, leading to an announcement video shot in Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's country home. What drew Hugh Jackman to the story was a chance to play a new version version of Wolverine, one who would actually wear the yellow spandex, as well as Reynolds' story pitch of a buddy comedy in the style of planes, trains, and automobiles. So the Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine is not the Wolverine we've seen before, but is thematically consistent with the version of the character Hugh Jackman read in the comic books in Kevin Feige's office back in 1999. This Wolverine comes from a different universe where he failed everyone. Reynolds and Jackman have promised not to retcon Logan's death in the Logan movie, but it looks like this movie will revisit that gravesite near the Canadian border. Ryan Reynolds loves to cross-promote his various ventures nowadays, including his co-ownership of Wrexham AFC with Rob McElhenney, which is explored in the docuseries Welcome to Wrexham. Reynolds has already teased references to Wrexham in Deadpool and Wolverine trailer footage, a cameo by striker Ollie Palmer, a shot of Reynolds' Emmy acceptance speech for the docuseries, a nod to Wrexham rival Notts County, and a confirmed cameo by Rob McElhenney as a TVA agent. And new to this cast is Cassandra Nova, played by Emma Corrin, who played a young Princess Diana on The Crown. Cassandra Nova is sort of a twin sister to Charles Xavier, but is actually an evil shadow spirit called a Mumu Drai by the alien Shi'ar race. And we all have Mumu Drai, but as Charles's Mumu Drai, she took a physical form in the womb with him. These two fetuses battled it out, and Charles won, but Cassandra survived and got violent revenge on the X-Men in Grant Morrison's E is for Extinction comic book in 2001 and 2002. She has extra long fingers in this movie, and she's a powerful telepath living in a cerebro formed in the skull of giant Scott Lang's corpse. So let's end this recap with a cheat sheet. What are the essentials for a Marvel newcomer headed into Deadpool and Wolverine? Okay, the three movies that you must watch: X-Men from 2000, Deadpool from 2016, and Logan from 2017. That's it, honestly. If you only have time for a weekend of rewatches, make sure to hit those three, because really the Wolverine in this movie is not the same Wolverine from the 13 Fox X-Men films, so we really just kind of need just the basic essential of what the character is thematically. But other relevant titles to explore if you have time: X2 in 2003, X-Men The Last Stand from 2006, X-Men Origins Wolverine 2009, Deadpool 2 2016, and Loki Seasons 1 and 2. All of the X-Men film titles are important, and the ones I listed aren't necessarily the best, but these do look like the ones that are most likely to get referenced. I do not think you need to spend time rewatching Blade or Daredevil or Elektra or the Fantastic Fours or any other Marvel movie. Not to say they aren't all great, but I just think that what you already know or remember about them is going to be enough. If you do have extra time though, I highly suggest you rewatch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because it is an incredible movie. Okay, other details: Deadpool can break the fourth wall, and it has never been explained why. He is aware of these universes as cinematic franchises, which is going to be very important to remember. Deadpool has always been obsessed with Wolverine. Also, Ryan Reynolds' take on Deadpool is very much intertwined with his own Hollywood history, his relationships, and his ego. And remember, Disney bought Fox in 2018, which led to fans forgetting the lesser X-Men titles and began fan casting the X-Men in the MCU. Also, incursions are natural disasters in the MCU as universes collide, and the TVA tries to stop them through orderly timeline management. And the return of Hugh Jackman Wolverine represents a full circle coda for Kevin Feige, and this film will honor the pre-MCU Marvel film history. Okay, comment down below with your thoughts on this whole history. Follow me at EA Boss, subscribe to all three channels of the New Rockstars Network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yep. Alright guys, that was pretty dope. Yo, I was recently watching all of the movies. Like I said, I'm like that. When there's a new Marvel movie coming up, I tell wifey, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do a marathon, and yo, let's do it. You know, so we just sit down and just start watching the movies. So I literally did the ones for the X-Men, did the Wolverine, Logan. Like, that's it. I already bought my tickets for Wolverine and X-Men, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, no spoilers. I bought my tickets for Thursday. So Thursday, 8 p.m. And I will be giving you guys my trailer reaction. Alright, so when I get out, you got my trailer reaction. You guys know I'm gonna be excited about that one. You know what I'm saying? So, but there you guys have it, man. You know what I mean? At least, you know, if you guys didn't get to catch up, if you were gonna see Wolverine, you know, the new Deadpool movie, at least, and you've seen all the other movies, at least, you know, with this, like, this was a real in-depth freaking breakdown. So shouts out to Eric Ross over there at New Rockstar. Make sure to check them out. Yo, he be breaking everything down. You know what I mean? So they're really cool. I watch for years. I've been watching them, and I watch them all the time. So, but yo, let me know. Comment below. There's more videos you guys want to see like that, more reactions that we can go ahead and check out. Whether I do them live stream or I do them recorded, either or. But at least I know you guys want to check out some, you know, different types of reaction videos and all that good stuff. You know, it don't always gotta be. I mean, with reaction videos when it comes to like Marvel and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I keep forgetting. And I haven't hit it up, but I've been slacking. A Fresh Point of View TV, the links in the description. That's my second channel. So that was really new. On that one, I do reactions on all kind of things. So I gotta jump back into it and really just do some reactions on all kinds of shit and just stop messing around. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it. Whatchamacallit? Make sure to check out the Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Facebook and Instagram, you know what I mean? That way if you guys want to check out the photos, you know, all the stuff that I drop, whether it comes to the Legos, Marvel figures, statues, Hot Toys, you know what I mean? Whatever the hell it is, you know. I try to post some stuff on there. What else I got? I got some, hopefully next weekend I'll go ahead and do another Lego chat. And for the next Lego chat, I want to go ahead and do, I told you guys. Right here. Bam. Okay. For the next Lego chat, I want to go ahead and do the Infinity Nano Gauntlet. So, then, like I said, this one, this is going to be a while. And like I said, this is going to be about 3 videos, about 3 days. Because, like I said, Thanos, that gauntlet that I built, the first gauntlet, that one took about 3 videos. I want to say. 3 videos, but, man, I was, shit, like 3-4 hours type of shit. You know what I mean? Long. They were long live streams. But, look at that. We got this one coming up. So most likely, hopefully everything goes good. We can hopefully do this for next weekend. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, guys, I think that is it. Oh, be on the lookout. I did got some unboxings that I'm working on. I've been wanting to do the unboxing for the Last Ronin from Playmates. Actually this figure right here. When you say Last Ronin, it's like, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up at some point. Do my review on it. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. I actually have 2 of these, so that's why I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and might as well just open one of them up. I got the other one thinking it was gonna be the black and white one, but it wasn't the black and white one. It was just another one of these. But I was like, alright, it's all good. You know what I mean? But yeah. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna go ahead and do a video for this. So most likely I get to do this one. Hopefully I get to do it this week as well. You know what I mean? I've been wanting to. That way I can put it. Even though, like, you guys can see the ghost turtles right there. Even and this ain't the last Ronin to go, because I still got that would go like with the whole NECA. You know what I mean? But it just, I've been wanting to open this one. You know? I've been wanting to open this one. It looks real cool. It looks real cool. So I'll go ahead and be opening this one soon, guys. Be on the lookout. You know what I mean? And that, and then I still gotta open up the right back there, right, that one right there, that one right there. That's the animated Spider-Man hot toy. So I gotta open that one up as well. So, you know, that's why when I try to do my live streams, I try to see, okay, am I gonna do a Lego chat and build some Legos, or am I going to open up a hot toy and just, you know, open up my hot toy, talk, you know, ish with you guys, you know what I mean? So that's what I did last time. And yesterday when I did the Lego chat. Yesterday I built this one right here. Check it out. Dope as hell. Look at that. This was last night. Lego chat. My Lego build right here. Pretty cool. So now I want to get the Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and the Venom are the next ones I want to get. So pretty cool. Like, real dope. You know what I mean? It stands up really nice. You know what I mean? Really nice. But yeah, guys, like I said, I got a bunch of things coming your way. You know what I mean? Another thing I really want to open up, man, but I just can't open them up yet. You know what I mean? Because they're not ready to be opened up, because they're not ready to be displayed yet. But I really want to open up these right here. Like I told you guys before. You know what I'm saying? We got the Pizza Club Turtles. So I want to go ahead and open this one up as well. But the reason for it is because, like I said, I still got a lot more work to do here when it comes to setting up and organizing. And like I said, I have that diorama is for the movie Turtles that are already on there, right? And I have another one of those dioramas that I have to build. So that's another thing. If you guys want me to build, like I built that one like a few years back, and I did that like on a live stream, I think it was. And no, it wasn't a live stream. You know, I recorded it and I did it. But if you guys want me to go ahead and do, whenever I do the second one, if you guys want me to do it on a live stream so we could talk shit and whatever, you know. But I will have to put the other one, and I don't put it next to it. That was the plan, but I want to put it right there. You know what I mean? And then on the down here, right there, that box, that's the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem house, the play set. You know what I'm saying? So that was gonna go someplace else there too. So like I said, guys, even though it may look like people walk in here and my friends walk in and all that stuff, and they bring people over and they're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? It looks dope. Yeah, it looks dope, you know, but it's not done yet. There's still a lot of work I need to do in this place. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's still a lot of things that are going to be coming, you know, reviews, because I want to really, look, man, these things look dope. And the reason I would like to open up these is like these got some dope ass accessories, you know what I mean? It's hard, it's going to be hard for me to open up the 4-packs, you know? Yeah, Leonardo, Red Eyes, look at that. Look at that dope face. So, you know, little things like that, plus other accessories that they had. They got the VHSs, like lab stuff, statues. It's pretty cool. So, slowly but surely, little by little, guys, like I said, I have a bunch of stuff that we're going to be opening up, things that you can look out for. When it comes to Ninja Turtles, Marvel, like I said, Marvel stuff. I got some Spider-Man statues I actually need to open up. I got 2 Spider-Man statues there. And then I got another Spider-Man. Okay, so I got a Spider-Man statue over there that's Miles Morales. You can't see it because it's on the side. And then I got another Spider-Man statue that's the, what is it? The black and white Spider-Man. The, what do you call them? The, man. Damn, what's his name? Negative Zone Spider-Man. And then I got another Miles Morales Spider-Man. Now this up there is like my Spider-Verse. You know, like everything up there, anything Spider-Man, like all my statues and stuff, right up there with the big ass 19-inch Venom holding Spider-Man, both Spider-Man. So crackpots that is sometimes as soft as missing rain and gently touches my soul. What? I don't get the reference. Oh, the song. Oh, I get it. SWV. Okay. Oh, guys, I think that's it. You know what I mean? I actually wanted to, like I said, I wanted to check out that video by New ROCKSTAR, and I figured, you know what? It was 30 minutes, and it had a good. I knew it was gonna be a good history when it came to the Marvel stuff, because he literally goes and break down. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me go ahead and just do it on a live stream. You know, or because I wasn't gonna do it pre-recorded. I was just gonna watch it just originally, just regular. I was just here chilling, having a drink. I was gonna watch it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just do it on a live stream. You know, so. But hey, if you guys like these types of videos, when it comes to reactions, you know what I mean. When it comes to Marvel stuff, you know, comic book stuff, you know, I'll do it here. Any other reaction stuff, make sure to check out the Fresh Point of View TV, which I'm slacking on that channel. I gotta make more videos. But yeah. Alright, but let me know. Comment below. Alright guys, so alright, on that one, hey, like I said, I am posting pictures. Here's the Villains Collectibles, Facebook, Instagram. So you can make sure to follow me on there. Also feel free to even follow me on the Heroes and Villains Collectibles Discord as well. Look out for the next video or live stream I wind up doing. I don't know if I'm even thinking of doing. It's been a little bit since I did a gaming stream. I might do a gaming stream. I don't know if either Mario, which I do want to pass. I want to beat that Mario Wonder, or just jump on some. Just like I was doing with the Ninja Turtle. Oh snap! Yo, there's actually a brand new Ninja Turtles game coming out on the 17th, which is in 2 days. So, it's called Splinters something. So that'll be a new game that I'll be getting at some point. That way, you know, we'll be go ahead and checking out. That's gonna be dope. Now, let me see if you can see. No, I might not. Let me see if this will show. No. Okay. Yep. Appreciate it, Claire. Appreciate it. But yo, like I said, if you didn't see, like I said, for me it was good because I recently did all the movies, everything he just showed. I wound up doing a marathon on because I'm like, man, I knew they're gonna be a bunch of characters. Even the Fantastic Four. Wound up watching those movies. So for me, it was a really good. A good recap because it was just recently that I was doing that. So, and I got my tickets ready. So in 2 weeks I will be watching Wolverine and Deadpool. So, alright guys. So on that one, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Once again, guys, make sure to if you did like the live stream, if you do like the videos, make sure to smash that like button. It does help out the channel. That way you two can go ahead and share the videos. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. And ring that bell and let you know when I got all types of videos, live streams, gaming streams, all types of things coming your way. Alright guys. And lastly, I want to thank everybody that was here on the live stream showing love and thank those of you guys who are watching later on as well. So on that one, guys, this was dope. This was awesome. Like I said, be on the lookout. We got some unboxings coming your way, and be on the lookout for this one coming soon. Alright, guys. So this has been another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. I'm your boy, LC. Until next time, guys. Peace.